Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Seiler Wealth Management video blog. I'm Lee Seiler, and today is December 1st. It's Tuesday morning. Normally I do my videos on Monday morning, but I had an appointment yesterday, so I am going to talk to you now. We're going to talk about, we're going to focus on some college expenses because I'm getting a lot of people calling in wanting to talk about 529 plans and how they can save for college. But first, I'll do real quick about the markets. Black Friday was not good, according to many analysts. Sales came in and tracked in a little bit less than expected. So, that being said, retail stocks took a hit yesterday. We'll see what happens. Cyber Monday probably will be okay, although Target stores, their website was pretty much crashed all day. So, a lot of actually retailers having problems with their websites. That could be critical because once you go to a website several times during the day and you can't get in, you may go to the next one. So that could hurt Target. We already know they have their card stealing fraud, so that could be a problem going forward for Target. Anyway, let's talk about college expenses, okay? I've had some statistics for you. First of all, since 1982, the cost of college tuition has increased 741% since 1982. Let's just put that in perspective. Inflation has gone up 193%, and the median salary of an undergrad, somebody who has a college degree, a four-year college degree, has increased 145%. The average cost for a state school today is $22,000. That's all in. That's room, board, books, fees, little miscellaneous in there because you always have that. Anybody who has kids in colleges, there's always miscellaneous. The average cost for a private school is about $43,000 a year. Now, these are yearly, okay, folks? Now, 57% of Americans don't believe you need an undergraduate degree. 57%. About half of the white-collar workers in America that were polled, this is by Gallup, they say they don't need a degree for what they do. Of course, I don't necessarily agree with that because they may be doing a job that's a white-collar job or a blue-collar job in this case, that they may have a degree in philosophy. And of course, I don't know if anybody can use that degree in philosophy, okay? But a lot of people say, how are we going to afford that? Well, look, we know what the problem is with student loans today. We know that that's a crisis. That's billions of dollars in crisis. And quite frankly, if the government were to bail out the student loans, I would be absolutely mad beyond recognition. And here's why. I think the millennials that are getting loans, many of them use it for school. Many of them do not. And most of the millennials, and this is by fact, this is not my opinion, this is I've gone to a millennial seminar, and they feel entitled. I think all you parents out there that have kids in college or getting into college or getting close to, will think they feel a little entitled. So they believe that, hey, the government should pay off their student loan. I don't believe that at all. I think that's ridiculous. And I bet most of you out there can say, hey, we paid off our student loans. So the bottom line is, if you are going to get a student loan, you've got to make sure that the kids use it for school and for expenses. That could be living expenses too. It's not buying new drum sets and things like that, like some people do. Okay, so let's talk about how you can save money in college. All right, how you can start early. First of all, start early. Okay, start with a 529 plan. There are other plans out there, Florida Prepaid. That's what we use. My kids both had Florida Prepaids. I was a little disappointed. I have one kid through college. He's graduated at a private school, and I have one kid that is about to graduate in May in a public school. So I'm a little disappointed on how the Florida Prepaid worked out. The return is very minimal, 3-4%, but at least it was there. Okay, and when they say that they pay for college tuition, that's one thing. But to give you an example, UCF tuition for undergrad is about $110, $115 a credit hour. But when you get the bill, it's over $200 a credit hour. That difference are expenses, athletic charges, healthcare charges, parking fees, etc. So it's nuts. And Florida Prepaid does not pay for all of that, just so you know. 529 will pay for all qualified college-related expenses. That includes food and board, room and board, includes food, includes a lot of different things, books, tuition, fees also. So check that out. But here's a couple things you can do. Number one, start early. Okay, there are several 529 plans out there. We have several to choose from. Call me and we can get some information out to you. Come in the office And this is really, a lot of this information is coming off. I have a white paper that we created. Is college worth it? I know the camera shows things backwards, so why don't you put a mirror in front of it and see if you can figure it out. But is college worth it? And in my opinion, I think it is worth it, but I'm just letting you know and understand the facts. Again, $22,000 for a state school, $43,000 for a private school. So start early. 529 plan is a good way to go. Those are tax-free. It's tax-free growth for related college expenses and qualified. Secondly, dual enrollment. All right, now, which is great, high schools are offering college credit classes. So you can dual enroll and not have to pay tuition. Okay, so you can, let's say if you go to a local here high school in Seminole County, you can be going to Lake Mary. You can dual enroll at Seminole State and be taking some of those freshman college courses. Now, here's the beautiful thing. You don't pay for it, and it helps your kid stay out of the 5-year college plan. Now, the 5-year college plan costs you an extra $22,000 if you're in a state school, okay? So that's another great way. Start investigating. Your kids are a junior in high school, see what they offer. Try and get those knocked out in your senior year. Also, the community colleges, which are now, at least in Florida, I think all of them, are state colleges, but they are a lot less expensive than the UCFs, the Floridas, the Florida States of the world. So you can go to Seminole State, you can go to Valencia College, and go for a fraction of the cost. And those schools do offer some 4-year degrees. Okay, so some 4-year degrees are offered. International business, if that's what your child wants to study, may not be offered at Seminole State. Okay, so they may not have a choice, but a lot of things are. And I think Seminole State may have accounting or something like that. So check that out. And lastly, and this is going to try and be quick here today, but lastly, don't try to put a square peg in a round hole. If your child is not a brain surgeon, not a rocket scientist, not an engineer, is not really studious, and I'm being nice, check out the vocational schools. They can knock out an education in a year or so, maybe 2, and get a really great paying job. And many of those vocations that are offered at vocational schools, they pay better than if you had a 4-year degree. Okay, so again, here are the things you can do. Dual enroll. Check out your local high schools. See what the dual enrollment programs are. Start early. You got to start early. I'm telling you, you can start for 529s as cheaply as $25 or $50 a month. It's very, very easy. Minimal paperwork, and it can draft right out of your checking account. So give us a call here at the office. We can direct you which ways to go. Look at the state schools. If money is an issue, check out the state schools, meaning the ex-community college. Seminole State's, the Valencia, Brevard has one. They all have one. Volusia, Daytona State, they all have one. And then lastly, check out the vocational schools. All right. Give you an idea, keep in mind that December 16th, the Fed will meet, and it's likely that they will raise rates. Everybody is predicting the Fed will raise rates for the very first time in about 10 years on the conclusion of their December 16th meeting, which lasts 2 days. So I think the market's prepared for that now. I think we need a Fed rate hike, so it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll talk more about it. I really appreciate you joining the Seiler Wealth Management video blog. Remember, start early with college educations, call our office, and during the month of December, we do open up more appointment slots for non-clients. So if you want to come in and get a free portfolio review, talk about college educations, talk about your IRAs or anything, we are available. Check out my website, stockdr.com. The newsletter will be out today in your inbox for those of you getting the inbox. However, if not, go to the website later, stockdr.com or silerwealth.com. 2 names, 1 location. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.